I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. 3 people walk away from a plane crash at Flagler Airport. Troopers say a landing gear malfunctioned once the plane was on the ground, sending it veering off the runway Wednesday afternoon. On board that plane was a Pennsylvania man, a man from Tanzania, and another man from Saudi Arabia. They weren't hurt. The aircraft sustained minor damage. The FAA is investigating the cause of the crash. A check on more dollar stores in Palm Coast is a step closer to reality. John Arking reports.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Nay.
Passes 3-2.
And with that, the Palm Coast City Council voted this week in favor of a 120-day moratorium on any new dollar stores. One of the rationales put forth by Palm Coast officials is the negative public health impact these types of stores create. Realtor Toby Tobin of GoToby.com spoke out against the moratorium and said that idea just doesn't square with the facts.
If the ordinance was truly aimed at eliminating the type of, quote, unhealthy processed foods, unquote, attributed to causing food deserts, then gas station convenience stores and chain drugstores would not be carved out of this ordinance. I grew up in the food business. One of my brothers was a CEO of a $30 billion plus retail food and distribution company. Trust me, the arrival of a new dollar store in Matanzas Woods will not deter Publix or any other mainstream grocer from coming to the 2 locations already approved for grocery stores at each end of Matanzas Woods Parkway.
On the other end of the debate was City Councilman Nick Kloufis, who said the moratorium was a reasonable precaution for officials to take.
The issue that I see is the propensity and frequency for which these dollar stores and small box stores are opening up. And essentially, in my view, it can become a type of land grab situation where, although we have these mom and pop stores, as the previous speaker stated, this is essentially going to place a stranglehold on those that survive the Walmarts of Palm Coast and other cities. I think a temporary moratorium is more than reasonable, and that we need to investigate this from a perspective not necessarily of whether or not it's just the Dollar General that is going to be built in X, Y, or Z, but the propensity that they're popping up and whether or not there's ulterior motives behind their strategy.
The moratorium gives the city a chance to study the issue and potentially update zoning regulations to make sure stores are compatible with the overall commercial plans. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
You're invited to meet the candidates vying to be the next Flagler Schools superintendent. Candidates Vernon Orndorff, Dr. Janet Womack, Dr. Earl Johnson, and Kathy Middlestad will be interviewed today in Training Room 3 of the Government Services Building in Bonneau. The day of interviews is followed by a meet and greet at Buddy Taylor Middle School from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. School board candidates will conduct one-on-one interviews with the candidates Friday, with the exception of Andy Dance. Dance conducted his one-on-one interviews yesterday so he could head out to the state wrestling tournament in which his son is competing. The district hopes to have a superintendent named to replace Jim Tager by the middle of this month. The Flagler County Sheriff wants to see you at the office's 2nd Annual Safety Expo. With more, here's Tony Magoo.
On Saturday, March 21st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Flagler County Sheriff's Office will be holding their 2nd Annual Safety Expo at the Palm Coast European Village. Here's Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Come out and learn about your sheriff's office, get some crime prevention tips, and have a great day interacting with the businesses at European Village and our deputies and other first responder agency partners.
The goal is to provide the information and resources to keep the community safe and help residents avoid becoming a victim of crime. The event is free to the public and will include child fingerprinting, emergency response vehicles to explore, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office SWAT team, K-9 and Marine units will be on hand, and plenty of fun activities for the kids provided by the Flagler County Sheriff's Police Athletic League. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office Safety Expo will be full of information and fun for the whole family. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.